if these guys break the law, do they have to go to the appellate court? It is fall in Texas, and that means I don't have to use the AC that much. Let's see if we got any mail. Yes, I'm like every other millennial on earth. I'm an Office fan. I actually had a roommate that had watched The Office so much that he had it memorized. That's not a joke. I mean, I think the whole series, at least all the stuff with Steve Carell. I think we got something pretty cool today. A lot of you guys in the comment section liked the gratitude warfare. Well, let's just say we upgraded to a tank. Must construct additional pylons. Yeah, these are pretty much just as cool as they looked online. Man, there's so many like designs and stuff. Plus these envelopes, they're supposed to have like the colors and stuff inside. Let's see if I can, yeah. Yeah, those are super cool. Let's check out some of the other ones here. I like briefly looked at these online, but yeah, that's super cool. Then they have these stickers you can kind of put over the seal or something. That one's got a record on it. I think all of this was like $10 or something like that. If you guys are doing thank you cards for your customers, if you got a business or something, you'll find these on Amazon. Like I just typed in thank you card. I'm sure that this will pop up. This is legitimately pretty awesome. What about these ones? Yeah, they've got that like skating rink carpet decor. Remember, we've got a fresh book of stamps too. So it's time to send out some more gratitude warfare. By the way, this candle smells amazing. When you actually burn it, it kind of smells like really nice pine trees and cider or something. Also, here's a little trick for lighters. If you don't want to do this, just push this down like that near a flame. Obviously, be careful not to burn yourself. Basically, don't be an idiot. It's a good rule for a lot of things in life, honestly. I kind of can't get over these cards. Like, I was almost expecting them not to actually look this good. Customers are gonna lose their minds when they see this. Like, look at that. That's amazing. Wow, they've got a coupon and stuff in here. Like, I might actually use that, because I'm probably gonna be sending out a lot of these cards. Oh yeah, also in the package, I bought a bunch of dinosaur stickers, because a lot of my stuff is kind of vaguely dinosaur, ferocious animal themed. So these should be kind of fine. Everybody gets a dinosaur. Yup. With all of these, I'm gonna be a gratitude gorilla fighter. That'll be fun for later. Let's check out what printed. So we got cat's heads. I already put them away, but we got cat heads done, and now we've got several paws done. Somebody ordered a big alien with 3 of these cheese doorstops. So that printed a couple of those. This is gonna be silver, this is gonna be gold, and they need a yellow one too, so maybe we'll do that today. Doctor Who cookie cutters. Selling a bunch of these lately for some reason. Also, there's the cat head. And there's the other cat head. David is printing good. Printed a remnant of the orange there. Got definitely enough on that spool to finish it. Another David head. I think this one's going bronze, if I remember right. Got 2 Sharkos. Pretty much printing without incident. That one's coming out real smooth right there. That's nice. Man, finally this T-Rex skull is done. Remember that whole incident over here? Like, I've been waiting like almost a week for this thing to be finished. And I almost said teacup, but the coffee dish and cup are, that's like sort of close to halfway. There's quite a bit of the cup to print, but you know, once you're done with the dish, that's a lot of plastic right there. So it's maybe about halfway. Got a decent amount of stuff to package and whatnot. Painted quite a bit last night. We gotta wait for this to get done. And we are going to start making some filament. Still waiting for this to get up to temperature. You tell me if stuff like this is boring to you, but that last video went kind of nuts. I mean, not like, oh wow, it went viral, but it's the first time ever that something got 1,000 views, like basically overnight. It's at 1.3. And I haven't calculated how many subscribers that was, but it's like 30, something like that. It might be more than that. So I just want to say thanks. Thanks for watching my stuff. This is kind of wild to me. I guess maybe it's not that surprising. I've been talking about the plastic thing for like a month now. Probably a lot of people are like anticipating it, but still, that's kind of a big one. Okay, so actually that number was 50 new subs. And this is the chart that's tracking that. We've got almost a little bit of a parabolic thing going on. Hopefully that continues. Randomly, yesterday evening, the heated bed on this guy stopped working. Fortunately, I have another one, but it's a good thing that I didn't absolutely need this thing to print, because it takes forever to take this thing off and then put the heated bed on there. And the thing that really sucks is you have to re-level it, which is just a biatch on one of these guys. Here's a little curiosity. I ran out of the bubble wrap stuff I normally use because I forgot to order it. And I'm going to use my old bubble wrap. This is a giant bubble wrap dispenser that I designed and printed. You can see that it kind of mounts to the wall. There's this thing that holds it in place at the top. But I found making my own bubble wrap is a quarter of the price. So I actually don't use this anymore. But it's nice to have it as a backup in case I forget to order the bubble wrap stuff like I did. The Mimic trash can. They just went for a normal gray instead of a silver. A little bit of a baffling decision. Hopefully they don't complain about the choice they made. Let's wrap this little joker up. Man, this bubble wrap works just way less well than the stuff I make myself. No wonder I stopped using it. Well, hopefully that's enough right there. Ugh. I really wish I hadn't forgotten my bubble wrap stuff. Man, they have only the thin boxes. I might have to go to Lufkin to get like the thick wall boxes, but hopefully this will be fine. Big pink cat wastebasket. How do you feel? I don't understand the question, mother. We're about to drop off packages, but somebody just left me a 5-star review on Etsy, but they put like some memes and stuff for the pictures in the review. If you guys want to make me really happy, okay, buy my stuff, leave 5-star reviews, and leave me memes in the reviews. Got this bronze bear bowl going out. Another happy camper. Another one of these card deck holders. Well, let's drop off them packages. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. We gotta do something about this box. I didn't have it in me to do the thing yesterday. Feels so good out. I know I say it every time, but man, fall in Texas, there's nothing like it. I think we're getting coffee after dropping off the packages, and maybe we'll go to the thrift store. There's a pretty little thing waiting for the king. Really hope these packages are gonna be okay. All right, let's do this thing. Kind of random, but I'm thinking about those thank you cards that we're gonna do later. Like, man, they're so cool. Oh yeah, here we go. Hopefully my horn doesn't just start blaring out of nowhere. Okay, there was very, very little of interest in there today, but now I have something to order coffee in. I should design something really patriotic and wear that like super patriotic shirt and then have the eagle head while I'm modeling it. No one punks the dunk. Yeah, can I just get a cold brew with cream? A large cold brew with cream, that is?
Anything else?
No, that will be absolutely perfect. All right, thanks. Pretty good choice. America runs on Dunkin'. And I do mean America. There's some lady walking by. Oh man, Taquiero Meat Rancho is at the brewery. Wow. Some of the cynical among you may be wondering, why do you have all these animal heads and why is this in a video about 3D printing? Well, the answer is so obvious I shouldn't even have to say it. You can't 3D print without giant animal heads. I apologize in advance for what you're about to see. Please understand, it was completely necessary. Once more in Latin. Enough nonsense. Time to package a couple things. A red David wastebasket. 2 smaller T-Rex skulls. I believe these are going to Germany, but I'm gonna have to check. It's too bad the band Cream didn't make it to the podcast era. They could have had one called Topical Cream. Time to finally eat something. These are just potatoes with that Mexican cheese and spices on it. But even this is really, really good. You gotta air fry it. I was really tempted to go to that taco truck at the brewery, but really trying to be kind of strict about the not eating out thing. I don't always succeed, but like, gotta put in the effort. Ran out of the old school bubble wrap, but we've got another thing. Another one of these, I believe it's also going red. So for some reason people are really going for it. I think I might have overdone it a little bit with potatoes. It's a lot of starch. Maybe we'll do some thank you cards so I can just sit still for a bit and digest. Might as well start with one of these. We're gonna drop off those cards probably in a bit here. I realize you guys have probably never seen this. This is a school printing. You can like see my, well, like here. It's one of these, except this is an older version of the spool. It doesn't have the holes in it. Here's a newer version. Like, the reason you put the holes in there is twofold. A, it takes less material to print, obviously, but you can also see how much filament you've got left on the spool. And I've experimented with the thickness, and this is the current build. It's a little bit thicker. It holds close to 2 kilograms of filament, you know, a little over 4 pounds, something like that. But I'm just using all the ends. You know, we have a bunch of those partials colors, so we're just using that up. This is a really, really good way. This is a good way to use up like partial filament, because it doesn't really matter if this messes up. Like, it would suck, but no customer is going to be mad if you mess up something like this, because it doesn't directly affect them. So it's like you can kind of get all the, this one doesn't have enough on it, but you can get all the partials and just print a spool with it. It's at least something useful, you know. This is crazy. I wish I could show you this message, but I have another person wanting one of those D20s for their wedding. Like, do a lot of people get married in autumn or fall or whatever? This is like the 5th person that's asked for this, and they're not related. Like, the other person was from Wisconsin and this person's from Cincinnati. So I told them I'd do it for 200 bucks extra. So let's see if they do it. I should clarify, charging extra because they want it done like faster than normal. Well, it'd be cool if they did that. Let's drop off these love letters. Wow, it's actually cold out here. This is probably the first night here in Texas of the year that's actually cold. Gratitude warfare. Hopefully within a week or something, we're gonna have some more concrete idea of whether this is sort of worth doing or not. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be a little disappointed if it doesn't end up producing any results. My hand kind of hurts. Like, I'm not even used to like writing stuff anymore. We're gonna do the thing with the box, and this is the first day of the year where I am wearing a coat. Well, the first day past winter early this year. The first day after summer of this year where I'm wearing a coat. Well, let's take the bag out, and then we're going to take the bottom off. We're going to fold this. Why does it do that? We're gonna fold this and we're gonna bring it in the shop. That right there, that is a large foil bag. To convey how big this is, notice the bins behind it. If you might be wondering why I'm doing this, it's because of all this stuff. It'd be nice to have one big bin that I can kind of stack it in and get some of this floor space back. All of this needs to be recycled eventually, and I just don't want to throw it away. I'll throw it away if I have to, but it'd be just a lot better if I had somewhere to store it. And that spot there is a pretty good place. There we go. This is a large box. We'll put the cardboard thing in the bottom so it doesn't scratch up the floor. Might have to fit it there. Yeah. There we go. Yup, time to reclaim some of this. There's another bin in the other room too. As you can see, this is the ruins of many a failed print. You can tell it's a lot of Sharkos, basically. That's also because these crappy printers, which we stopped using, I talked about it sort of earlier in the series, these Tromsø printers are garbage. And probably at least half of this is just trying to get sharks to print on these printers. And I'm not exaggerating. Like, it's been a long time since I even put a failed print out here. Like, this was maybe the last one, if you guys remember that. Which reminds me, I still need to print that. That's a new product. But yeah, let's put all those in here. This right here, folks, this is why people don't do large printing. This one here, I remember, that one broke my heart. Look how close to done that was. Well, there we go. That's pretty much all of it. This is about as much scrap as I have from when I started doing large 3D printing about a year and a half ago. And there's a couple things, it's mostly trash. And you can see I was keeping filament remnants to try and recycle them, but we did that, you know, longtime viewers will remember that that experiment did not work out. Still got to tidy all this up, but that's kind of a big improvement, just getting it all in one spot. It's nice. Also, I want to emphasize, this may look like a lot, and it is a lot. I mean, this is like, if we think about the dollar value of this much plastic, it's gotta be like $1,000. Maybe not, maybe it's like 500 bucks. Whatever it is, it's enough that I don't want to throw it away. And also, I'm not accumulating scrap. I am actually decreasing the amount of scrap I have. Like, because the recycling process is efficient enough now, and I'm selling enough stuff that I'm using recycled material enough that I'm actually decreasing the amount of scrap I have. Also, because I stopped using these Tronxy printers, which are just absolute garbage. So better printers, more recycling, the whole process, this will eventually go down. Plus I'm doing maintenance better. Like there's every aspect of the large 3D printing thing, like it is so difficult to do it well. That's why nobody does it. Like it's just the biggest pain. I mean, it is. Look at this. This is crazy. I didn't even do that much in sales, really, especially early on with the large stuff, but this is a ton of scrap. Man, I don't feel like doing this at all, but the heating thing on here needs replaced. So I'm gonna have to take this whole thing apart. The worst thing about these S5s is like doing anything with the bed because it's just huge, but they kind of make it even worse than it needs to be, but whatever. And here we have the old bed. Now you may wonder, why would I just mark this as broken but keep it? The reason is because sometimes you need a bed like this to do certain things on a CR10 box, and it just needs to have a reading at all. Even if it's not going to heat up the bed, sometimes it won't function unless a bed is plugged in. So there actually are reasons to keep a broken bed like this. Well, that was a pain, but it is heating up, so that's good. Ugh, long day. Last thing of the day, we're gonna get this T-Rex ready to go out tomorrow. For those of you out there who like to really think about process, I probably should have done this before getting the box and bringing it inside and doing all that stuff. But sometimes you do stuff just because you're thinking about it right now. And I knew I wasn't gonna forget this, so I don't know. All these prioritization things are interesting questions to figure out. Shop closing time. It's time for the shop to close. Sharkies won't go home because you have to stay here. Yeah. The seat of gratitude. What a day. Just 100% flat out. Well, quite a few things to be grateful for today. I'm glad that I finally got around to replacing the heated bed. I mean, it really only stopped working yesterday, but I don't know does it make sense to be grateful for something you purposefully did? Seems like you can only be grateful for things that were outside of your control, so I don't know, but I'm glad I did it. Let's just say that. Most of the stuff on the board that I got to get done is the big stuff, so we really had to get every single large printer working. But they are, and that's nice. I'm glad I managed to get the scrap in the next room in a more orderly place. It's kind of claustrophobic in that room with all the bins that are just kind of on the ground with all the scrap, and I can just kind of throw away whatever's in those bins now and have a little more space. Never a bad feeling. Feels good to be real caught up on orders and be totally stocked with plastic. It really doesn't get old. It's a great feeling knowing you have 750 kilograms of plastic. A lot of times I say this, but I think it's especially true today. I'm very grateful for you guys because, like, I didn't really have much, I've said this before, but I didn't really have a lot of expectations for this YouTube thing. It was almost like just a weird experiment. Like, what if I just kind of took video of everything I did throughout a day? But it's seeming like it's gonna be like a whole thing. Like, it could almost be a business unto itself. And I'm really grateful for that. And the only reason that's true is because you guys click on the videos and check them out. And it's kind of a big honor that you do that. Like, I don't know if I'm ever gonna be like famous or something. I don't know if I would particularly want to be, but making a little side income from YouTube ads, I ain't saying no to that. If I make enough from YouTube ads, I might just buy a Chihuahua. I mean, I'd have to make the shop a little safer, but think about that. Next time you're like getting ready to skip an ad, just think like, man, he could get a Chihuahua, and how much better would the videos be with a Chihuahua in it? He could be like doing all kinds of crazy stuff. I could take him on walks with the Segway. Think about that. So write down those comments of what you're grateful for. We are the Gratitude Gang. Tell me the projects you're working on. Met actually some pretty interesting people through doing this. There's another guy who's doing some pretty interesting recycling stuff. And yeah, you can send me an ad request on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. It's M3 is 3D. I don't really promote it, and I'm not on Instagram that much, but if you want to follow me there, you can. I don't really care. Do what you want. But yeah, write your comments. I will read them. You'll probably get a heart react or an upvote. Other people might upvote your comments. Hey, nothing wrong with that. So I will see you next time. Peace out.